I mean, that's a great group. They've done very good songs. I'm yet to come across a bad song from.
When you separate them, when you isolate,
Payday.
Yeah,
from
he
Moogies.
did some Temamoto rap beat. It was not.
Actually, we can debate that.
Oh, okay.
I think Paydays.
Are we debating it now?
Well, no, I'm saying we
Set
can debate
appropriate
it,
platform
and I'm
for
telling
it.
you why we can.
Okay,
debate
so
it.
we will set the appropriate platform for that
Yeah.
debate.
I'm not saying let's
Debate.
debate it now.
No,
I'm
you
saying
cannot
that-
throw in more to join you. We can debate. We all agree. Don't debate it there. We can debate.
Okay,
We
let me
can-
patiently wait for you to
Yes.
finish. I'll still say what I was going to say. I'm saying that I think he's one of our most talented rappers, and he reminds me of Lil Wayne. I'll tell you why.
Introduce the debate entirely.
I'll tell you why he reminds me of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has this great talent for using very, very simple language in a way that is very lyrically inspired. And I think Payday does that well too. Anyway, that was an inspirational song brought to us by Enterprise, Your Advantage. Duraplast, where Duraplast goes, water flows.
Well, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, Toyota Superior Quality. So avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, and that's how to ensure your safe arrival. You can also search the hashtag Drive Safe campaign on Instagram and watch videos of how road accidents are taking life. So please be careful.
All right, then, let's learn how to say it right. And it's thanks to Korba Payment App. Korba, our lives simplified, and Kingdom Books, our Kingdom quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Something must be done.
Who's ready for another New Year, new word? Right, here it is. Insouciant. 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 It's an adjective which means not caring or showing a lack of concern. This is one of those words the English inherited from the French, who spell it the same way but pronounce it insouciant. The meaning is the same, uncaring, not bothered. There are two French words at play here, un, which means not, and souciant, which means caring. Let's use insouciant in a sentence. When strangers insult me on social media, I usually respond with an insouciant shrug. Now, kids, I hope you've been writing down all these new words because there will be a test later. Raymond, have you been writing down the words?
Since you defined the age group qualified to write them down,
Isn't
unfortunately,
that why I'm asking you?
I passed that test a couple of decades ago.
All right, let's get to the papers. What's in them?
All right.
Well, let's start with the Chronicle for today. And beloved, let's go to Philippians chapter 2, verse 4.
Hallelujah.
It says, do not merely look out for your own personal interest, but also for the interest of others. Do not merely look out for your personal interest, but also for the interest of others. Fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, booster shots for Ghanaians. And it says that the booster shots will be for frontline workers, security personnel, health workers. It will be for persons with underlying conditions, and it will be for those above 60 years.
We're part of the frontline workers previously, right? The definition has not been remodulated, right?
You're trying to find yourself in there.
Yeah, I just want to be sure that we are still there.
Don't worry, we'll find ourselves.
Oh, wonderful to know.
We will, but as it stands now, I'm not sure
Brilliant.
we're in there because we're talking about frontline security and health professionals.
But now they have redefined the front line. I thought previously we were frontline too.
Master, whose line?
The executive and the legislative, but we'll still find ourselves there. Don't worry.
Whose line?
It was the same in the first instance, but journalists found themselves there.
Yeah.
So don't worry. So that's it for the Chronicle. But it also says e-levy is important to our lives. Public sensitization starts today, and the finance minister has been addressing Ghanaians. He addressed the press yesterday. He talked about why it was very important for us to go for the e-levy. He's talked about revenue to GDP. He's talked also about even our downgrading, making it very, very important for us now to begin to look within. And in looking within, we have to start from the e-levy. Now, AFCON fiasco drives Ghanaians, crackers. And Western Region chiefs drag feet in signing settlement agreement. And Ayoko Boucher Guterres discuss crisis in Sahel region. Back page, It says COVID-19 ravages Tunisia camp ahead of game against Gambia. Mali, Mauritania in West African derby battle, and Ivory Coast coach questions state of pitch as they face Algeria.
Now, the BNFT is reporting this morning government borrowing, domestic market only has short-term capacity. And the analysts who are expressing this view are Abina Brigidi, Dr. Sam Mensah, and Ken Thompson, someone I've not heard from for some time now. And they are basically saying that you really have a very short period to deal with all of these problems because they cannot. The local market has just enough to spare. They don't have so much for all of your needs. So you need to fix the things and get on with it. No Ghana card, no banking and financial services. So the Bank of Ghana yesterday issued that statement, basically pushing everybody in the direction of having to, whether you like it or not, suffer to get a Ghana card. And the final conversation around that is that you cannot go to the bank to set up an account, to do other things that you want to do without the Ghana card. None of the other ID cards will be accepted. So the passport, which can be used to elevate or which you can use to travel from this country to another country, will not be accepted in the banking hall. And all the other ID cards. This is to make sure that people register and our national database is concrete and strong enough. But that's what we are told. That's also part of the conversation. But since I've started with NIA, there's currently another conversation on NIA. NIA has actually issued a statement. You remember, in reaction to what they consider to be a leaked statement from the NIA, a leaked letter. The response here is that verifying the identity of SIM card owners against the National Identity Register is this sole prerogative and can be performed by a third party for and on behalf of the NIA. Although NIA said it was aware that it will play a role in the SIM card registration process, the exact details of the role and its associated costs have not been agreed on and concluded between the NCA and between the parties and NCA. There are other parts that you should also know of that letter. The process by which the NCA, acting by itself or through a third party, will collect and store biometric data is exclusive to the NCA, and the NIA did not have any input on the development of the Android registration application. Hence, it cannot confirm the authenticity of the data. So that's what was previously arranged. Their new statement is saying that, well, they didn't leak any statement, and that there's more to it in the case of what has to be done going forward. But mindful of the arrangements, they are on top of it. They are concentrating on getting people registered and delivering the national database properly. There is also a related story about how much we are giving to the various services, because we've been talking about the budget and getting people on the main register. Government is earmarking 640 million for planting for food and jobs. You should be excited today in 2020, but this is earmark. Sometimes when we say earmark, it means that I will give you the money, but we end up sometimes giving them less than that.
Exactly.
Or the allocations do not happen as we want. Now that we don't really know whether money is coming or not coming in, that may be a problem also. Government to receive over 2.5 billion of ABFA for 2022. ABFA is the annual budget funding amount. It's the oil money. When you take away the statutory and the other things you have put aside, the annual budget funding amount is, in fact, it's the amount that we are looking to put into one: agriculture, 35 million, industrial development, 39 million, road, rail, and other critical infrastructure, 1.4 billion, which sounds like a very good deal for me anyway. Education and health services delivery is also 1 billion. Let's not forget, and this is something that we cannot forget in this country, that at some point in time, we took money for rural development and used it to do bus branding. And we ended up having a terrible deal of a bus branding deal, which some people had to cough some money out and bring it back. The minister ended up resigning anyway, and that minister is now no more. But those are the stories on the front page of the BNFT. Of particular interest is if you want to know the details of what Ken Thompson is saying about why domestic markets only have short-term capacity. Kojo Jansen hinted of that yesterday, right? But they have given a detailed response here. So we'll grab a copy and see what you want to say. A common sense approach to resolving the e-levy puzzle is also in the BNFT. It's a very nice paper today.
Well, let's get to the daily graphic, and no change in 2022 academic calendar says GES. An easy calm at Nima Mamobi, 9 arrested, and Chief Imam urges restraint. Charged to extend operations to 30 more districts this year. And COVID-19 booster, we're told, starts today. So, for the avoidance of doubt, I mean, I've been, reading the story that says that
the COVID-19 booster.
Yes, so the Ghana Health Service will begin the administration of booster doses of COVID-19 vaccines from today. There's a policy.
I think we received confirmation from Dr. Asidu Bekwin that they have been giving some people boosters.
Some people, yeah, but now it's like, but you talked about how the policy, they're going to roll out a policy that would make it very clear.
So those who received it, is it on record?
Yeah.
It's on record?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, whenever you receive a vaccine, it will be documented. So,
If somebody sent message, that's very interesting. That when we are getting ready to get a rebooster, you are excited about just getting the booster. This is almost like busting my.
At some point, we'll just stop calling it a booster and start calling it the annual vaccine.
Almost like a flu shot. I mean,
yeah.
And we're also told now the policy has now been revised to include the vaccination of pregnant women.
Oh, I see.
Who now receive either the Moderna or Pfizer vaccines. Back page, Rivach, I'll stay on as Blast Stars coach. And today on State of Play,
yeah, we will see whether he will stay on.
we say Milovan Rivach must go now.
But if he's saying he'll stay on, then perhaps that's what his employers have told him.
No, his employers.
We are the employers.
We have employed his employers, so his employers are our employers. They must sack him.
Who is stakeholders we are speaking? You say that director say that
They
should
must
stay
sack
on.
him. I mean, he has no business. He has no business staying in Ghana.
We who pay your employers? We are speaking.
This is a man who
Yeah.
has not spent. I mean, ever since he left Ghana, he hasn't spent a year in any job. He's always been sacked.
No, but if you bring in that one, then I will insist that all the people who brought him to equally be sacked.
No,
Because
they must deal
they
with
knew
them too.
this. They knew this.
Oh, have you heard the latest information? We must deal with the people who brought him to.
Okay, no,
We have
we
questions to
won't
answer.
do state of play now. It's at 2:30 p.m. today.
I was on Facebook. I was getting into the mood.
Yeah.
And Blasters expected home today. Have you seen the man with the
So
stone?
you wanted to do your debate.
State of play. Milovan Rivach has subjected me to public ridicule.
Yes, because you are a particularly invested person in this matter. You have so much interest in the matter.
Oh, goodness.
Let me move on to the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Tension mounts at Okaishi, and 2 months after traders and property owners complained to city authorities about some problems there, and #1 mansions for sale. So apparently the court yesterday gave the leeway for his mansions and other properties that belong to the company Men's Gold to be sold to make sure that people get their monies and all of that. This includes the one at Trasaco Valley.
Right.
So I'm told there's more than just one there, and properties and other things. That's
Do
what
you
the press
recall
reported.
this strange rumor? Was it at the time he was originally, when he originally became a person of interest to, the authorities, that none of the property that he was known for was in his name?
Yeah, I mean, we were told the story about how they were rented and all of that. But I just want to see, because you see, when it comes to this matter, there's been so much regulatory lapse and everything that sometimes it's very difficult to believe everything that's been said about it. Hopefully the clarifications will be given us, and whether this will happen. But this is not the first time we are told we are going to get this property anyway. People have even won court cases, which is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
People have been prosecuted,
Yeah.
and the prosecutions have evaporated, and they still own property.
I will not be shocked.
Yes.
This is the Republic of Ghana.
Let's get to the Daily Statesman. Techim and Tobodom road accident kills 7. There we go again. Please, let's be careful on our roads. I mean, we don't want to be hearing these things in the morning. Ghana's economy in rapid rebound. Government rallies support for e-levy for more development. Forestry Commission goes digital to improve operations. And GJA warns journalists over Asante Domahini conflict. GJ is advising journalists to be circumspecting our reports. The WHO warns COVID-19 pandemic not over. You know that in Europe, some European countries are beginning to see it no longer as a pandemic. They feel that with the boosters and all, life could go on. Ghana dumped out of AFCON by Comoros, and Senegal top AFCON group with Malawi draw.
Nowadays, I don't really want to hear what's happening with AFCON anyway, but the Business Finder is reporting this morning. I've tuned off completely.
You have to, let's see.
Anyway, but yes, the Business Finder is reporting this morning. Government cuts expenditure by 20% in the first quarter. So from January to March, some of the things we're supposed to expend cash and other things on, we're not going to do it. Hopefully, they are not in the area of capital expenditure, because that will bite hard.
Well, I mean,
that's key infrastructure.
The minister
we should be able to do this without touching capital
the minister actually ties that with revenue, and so the point is that everything you spend, you must be able to raise the revenue. So if we do not have, we don't spend it. And it's also in line with Section 25 of the Public Financial Management Act.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is to ensure prudent expenditure or prudent management of our resources. And now more than ever, it's very necessary.
Yes, but now more than ever, too, it's very necessary to invest in infrastructure.
I mean, no doubt.
All right. One more thing that's on the Ghana card is the only valid ID. I did mention that earlier on. It just reminds me of one thing. You know, at some point in time, a similar directive was issued on the tax identification number. And the indication at the time was that, this is the only card you need for your opening bank account, for financial transactions, but Yamutu. I'm not saying this one too will be Yamutu, but
I mean,
the evidence suggests previous ones are
it's an
Yamutu.
attempt to get everyone to get a Ghana card.
Yeah. There was also an attempt to get everyone to get a tax identification number.
A lot of people got it.
We are just a bunch of confused people. I struggled to get it, but anyway, that's on the front page of the Business Finder. Well,
okay, so let's get to the new crusading guide. The court grants all Wakpo lands to Akwe family. Government moves to reclaim degraded mining lands as Forestry Commission goes digital. NIA sets a record straight. Time now for our online news review, brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest. Goil Good Energy. An enterprise life, no matter how much you make for a living, Enterprise Life has life solutions carefully crafted for you. Enterprise Life, your advantage.
Now, insuring a feeling with Enterprise Insurance. Get free fuel coupons when you insure your motor vehicle with Enterprise. Renew your existing policy or buy a new motor insurance policy from Enterprise and get sorted with free fuel coupons and exciting souvenirs. Don't be left out. Let Enterprise insure your vehicle during this season of giveaways. You can call your insurance broker or agent or call in Enterprise on 0302 634 777. You can also download the Enterprise Advantage app on the Play Store or the App Store to purchase or renew your policy. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise, your advantage.
And Goil has good news for you because Goil is rewarding its prepaying Go Card customers with 2% discount per liter on fuels. You also get to enjoy a discount on lubricants at Goil stations nationwide. So elevate your goodness by joining Goil Go Club today and enjoy up to 3% per liter discount on fuel. Amazing discount on lubricant purchases. Free life insurance cover provided by My Life Insurance. Accrue and contribute loyalty points to a social group to fund an approved CSR project. And above all, enjoy exclusive Goil branded campaign gifts. Join the Go Club by visiting Goil stations or offices, Goil website registration.goil.com.gh, and all Goil social media platforms. Individuals, corporate, family, and social groups, join the Go Club now. Goil Good Energy, Goil, Yedim.
Okay then, so let's see what's online. Ghana card to be the sole identification card for financial transactions from July 1 is on myjoyonline.com. This is something that obviously is going to come up for a lot more conversation. So if you...
Momo too.
Yeah, and we will obviously need to make provisions for those who are not Ghanaians and all of that, because our financial system doesn't only operate for...
but there are provisions for them to get Ghana cards. Some of them actually are paying and gotten way back, actually.
Yeah, but you see, some people come to Ghana for business, come and spend a day in Ghana and go back, and they make use of our banking system while they're here. So what will that mean when it comes to financial transactions? So yeah, there is a need for some further discussion to understand how all of us will fit in to this plan. But interesting, we're moving towards that place where it will become easier and easier to identify Ghanaians.
Who's doing what?
Indeed. Okay then, shall we do the BBC News? It's brought to us by the kindness of Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
enterprise life. Jam, I want some more. Now we're done at the crowd. Dream big with us. You for dream big. Go on, dream big with us. Dream big with us.
Enterprise, your advantage.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still, the engine noise in my car won't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goil Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas. I did try Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now my car is renewed. Yankonkwa!
Goil stocks only higher grade fuels, further enriched with XP3, multifunctional enhancer, more efficient, eco-friendly, and at no extra cost. Available at every Goil station. Ajibebia. Goil Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP. Higher grade fuels, excellent for modern engines and all vehicles. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah, dear.
Hey, Evokoku, what brings you to my house this early morning? I hope all is well.
All is never well with me, Nick Bakbo. After paying 3 times for the land for my project, the construction workers are now giving me wahala. From material overestimation to small stealing. I am tired.
I told you so, Evokoku.
It's all because you are trying to become builders when you're corporate workers and business people. Edlum has products tailored to meet your needs. Villas 3 at Amrahia, where there are finished homes, Conveniente, also at Amrahia, where it's contemporary but super affordable apartments. Prices start from $35,000. And the Avant-Garde, located in Adjurigano, which has sleek luxury apartments. For more information, please visit edlumhousing.com or simply call 0270-166-166. Edlum Housing, where spacious homes cost less.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah.